I'm actually gonna change this hotkey. Alright, chat. Welcome back. We're gonna make a new game. We're back.
You're
that was
on
pretty
a
quick.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
As a very popular band once said, people equal shit. So, sorry, narrator, I don't quite see that as nearly as problematic as you seem to be making it out to be. Just saying. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
By that logic, if I've walked a mile into the woods, I should walk another 50. Narrator, your logic is shit. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Narrator, as I've said before, you yourself do not contribute something of value to society. In fact, narrator, your takes are absolute hot fucking garbage. So, you know. Honestly, I'd rather slay the narrator than the princess right now. I might kill her for the laugh, though. We'll find out. What do you think, chat? Should I just kill her for the laugh? Chat is very silent about killing the princess for the laugh. Dunno. Fair. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Slaying the narrator seems fun, though.
I mean,
yeah.
Maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Are you sure about that? Narrator, are you sure about that? I hate to break it to you, but, for all you know, I am. Look, I'll go to the cabin, and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But
narrator tried to dictate her philosophy on the first meeting. Yeah.
If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
But I like honey.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Doom's a pretty fun
You
game,
make your
though.
way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You eat spoonfuls of honey when you have it. Valid. Valid. I would eat a spoonful of honey right now if I could. I would absolutely eat a spoonful of honey right now. Man, that actually sounds pretty good. Anyways, we're gonna go walk through the front fucking door. Alright, chat. We're busting down the door. I opened it with the force.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust.
Kick down the door.
The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I kicked down the... That might be a joke. I don't know if you ever played Munchkin. It's a card game, kind of like a... almost like a TTRPG kind of style card game. You get, like, items and things like that. You literally, it is called kicking down the door in order to draw from the door deck. And occasionally, most of the time, you find a monster. It is from Munchkin. I knew it. Munchkin is incredibly fun. You remember that now? Nice. Munchkin is incredibly fun. Honestly, I owned regular Munchkin. I owned a copy of one of the Munchkin expansions, one of the default expansions, and then I owned a copy of Space Munchkin. And my favorite thing about Munchkin is that you can actually take any of the expansions for Munchkin. You can take any one of them and mix it in with any other Munchkin deck. That has to be my absolute favorite part of Munchkin entirely, is that all of the decks work together with all of the other decks. So you can have, like, basic RPG-ass shit, but all of your monsters are from space. I used to do that, and I thought it was the funniest shit ever. Because I'd be fucking fighting, like, Space Cthulhu with a +3 longsword. Just like, oh yeah, no, like, there's, like, Space Vampire with, like, a gun. And I would be standing here with a fucking crossbow. Just a basic-ass fucking crossbow. You remember that game being how you learned about crabs? You know? Yeah. Okay. That checks out. That checks out because one of the monsters literally gives you crabs. It's... Munchkin is hilarious, but Munchkin is also kind of fucked up. Just a little bit. Chat, do we take the blade? Do we take the blade, chat? Or do we just walk in? Do we take the blade? Do we take protection, or do we just fucking raw dog this encounter? Raw dog the encounter. We're raw dogging the encounter, chat. Enter the basement. No blade. Fuck it. We ball. Again, I have the force.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hero, you're falling in love. Stop it. Oh. I'm not sure what to do. Let's see. I could just silently go down the stairs. She sounds so sweet like honey, right? What the fuck emote is that? What the fuck is the name of that emote? What is that? I can't even tell what the fuck that is. That's... One second, I'm gonna move the microphone out of the way. Is that a sad fucking Yeti? Babe, I love you, but is that a sad fucking Yeti? The name is Pro Sad. It's a sad Yeti. Holy shit, it's a sad Yeti. Chat spam spad. Yup, spam spad. Fuck it. You think it's a goat cat? Spad. God damn it. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna spad down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
No.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Maybe. Yeah, sorry, I did say I was gonna talk to you first. So,
Okay.
I've got plenty of questions I could ask you. Absolutely not, we are ADHD as fuck. Yep. I do not have ADHD meds. I desperately need ADHD meds. I cannot afford ADHD meds. I'm also not medically diagnosed as ADHD. Which is fucking hilarious. Because, holy shit, anybody who knows me knows I am ADHD as fuck. And, yeah. Oh, you are diagnosed? Go get ADHD meds and give them to me. I fucking need them. I have heard your diagnoses. You're right, I have. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever
Fair.
answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I'm gonna get you out of here, but don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
But no, for real,
You're
chat.
making a huge mistake.
Sorry, I'll wait for a second.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No,
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
it's not.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
But no, in all seriousness, chat, do not get meds for other people. It is highly illegal. You will very much get in trouble for it. That is assuming you ever get caught. But, even then, don't do it, chat. Don't do it. Trust me, you don't want to do that. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
You're going to cut your arm off. Spoiler alert, folks.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
That's going to be what we have
She
to do.
offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Because she knows.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
It's because she knows.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Open the fucking door. I have the
Is
force.
someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Fuck you, I can open this shit. God damn it. Alright. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Apologies, chat.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what
Oh, my
happens if you
chair
do
sounding
that.
like a gallop. I'm riding a horse, chat. It's not a chair. Don't believe my wife, she's gaslighting you well. It's a horse. I'm riding a horse, chat. The horse is invisible. Of course it's in the room with us. Carlos. That's his name now. Congratulations. Chat, save or slay. One to save the princess, two to slay her. Slay? Anybody else? Do we have anyone else in chat? Any other chatters? Taking votes. Save or slay? We've got 1 vote for slay. Anybody else in chat? If there's anybody else in chat, just let me know. We can either save the princess or we can slay her. We've got 1 vote for slay. Currently winning. Slay. Slay the princess. I smell title droppings. I don't see anybody else responding in chat though, so I'm going to give it a couple more seconds. Just give it some time, see if anybody else responds. Do we slay her or do we save her? I'm not seeing any other responses. Okay. Sounds like we are killing her. Alright, let's kill this bitch.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down.
Holy shit.
And plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
I've never seen this before, chat.
Bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back.
Fuck.
Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
Don't gaslight me, narrator.
Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
Holy shit.
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Werewolf princess.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Holy shit, chat. I think she's a fucking werewolf. Princess is a werewolf, confirmed. Maybe. Possibly. We're gonna fucking kill her, chat.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Holy shit, we have choices. Do we just let her kill us, chat? Do we give up? Do we fucking end this bitch? Or do we fucking run? Do we fucking run like a little pussy bitch? Do we run and hide? We gotta commit. We gotta commit. Alright. We're committing, chat. Finishing the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor Princess able to go any further. You collapse on the ground, and the Princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Shit.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
How could we not be a monster? We absolutely are a monster. Chat, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. What's the name? What's the name of this fucking... What's the name of this part? This chapter? Oh shit, The Witch? Oh, I've never fucking seen this one. This is all shit I don't know. This is new content for me, chat. I don't know what comes up here. Sorry, I'm trying to boost my stream right now. So if I'm being particularly quiet, it's because I'm sending my link to a whole bunch of other people. Don't worry, chat. We've got more people. Hopefully we're getting more people in chat. Advertise myself. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, advertise myself. Oh shit, hold up. Wait, hold up. I'm checking with another community if I'm asking if I want to promote my stream. What would I do? I literally just tagged the streamer. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Gay hand hearts. Intersex hand hearts. It is Queer Wrath Month. That's why we're slaying princesses. We're killing them with our queer wrath. Queer murder time. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, chat. Did he just go offline the second I fucking pinged him? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, shit, he's online. Ah, yes. Puffed. Puffuffet. Puffuffet, chat. Puffuffet. Pillsbury. Pillsbury Doughboy ass laugh. Are you telling me my laugh is fucking buttery? Is it thick and buttery, chat? Is my laugh thick and buttery? Do I have a thick, buttery laugh? Yes? Thank you. My wife says my laugh is thick and buttery. I love that. Holy shit. I don't know if y'all heard me fucking burp like that, but goddamn. Swiss cheese is holy. You don't think shit is holy? You're right. You're right, shit doesn't have holes in it. Shit doesn't have holes in it, chat. If your shit has holes in it, you should see a doctor. Either that or you've just been drinking too much air. I'm not a medical professional. Chat. Don't let my wife gaslight you. I'm not a medical professional. But yes, a doctor. Like Dr. Crow. Self-plug. Yo, we plugging ourselves on stream. Aw shit. Aw shit, we plugging ourselves. That sounds like a euphemism. Chat, is that a euphemism? If I say I'm plugging myself, is that a euphemism? I need an honest answer, chat. I am the mod and I speak for the chat. Is that like the Lorax? Do you speak for the trees? Is chat the trees? Yes, chat's the trees. Alright, chat. Trees now. Plague Nurse and Lorax. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That sounds like a fucking laxative. It does. Plague Nurse Lorax. Holy fuck. Good old key smash. But I already slew the princess. You are gay. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Don't gaslight me.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and I'm not sure we can trust him.
Opportunist.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's assume that I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll
They're
indulge
not.
you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
It is.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at
Hell
least
yeah.
a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
I tried to kill her.
We were
I tried to
just
kill
weighing
her.
our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options. We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her. And yet
Exactly.
you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Have I, though?
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Nothing.
That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we? You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you?
Little bit.
Laying it on a little thick? What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions. What matters is that almost everyone seems to be on the same page. So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
We've heard this
She will
before.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, I think we've taken that lesson to heart at this point. You can trust us to get the job done.
Yep. Into the cabin we go.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Fascinating. Very, very fascinating. You are correct. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the muddy shelf, the blade sitting on the muddy shelf, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Don't gaslight me.
There's definitely a mirror. But he says there isn't one. That's got to count for something, right?
At least narrator hasn't gone to gatekeeping yet. He does, at some point, but not right now. What do you think, chat? Do we want to look at how handsome we are? Do we trust our eyes? Does it not matter? Or do we just stay fucking quiet? You want to see your handsome face? Chat wants to see our handsome face. Alright, yeah, let's go see our handsome face, chat.
Oh, I'm sure we look great. If only there was some sort of reflective surface we could examine. Absolute shame there isn't anything like that around here. You do see it, right? I don't know how to read you. I see all sorts of things. But do you see the mirror? It's a simple yes or no question. Help me out here, will you? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Fuck you, I'm approaching the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
There's a mirror.
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
No.
Well, at least we can all agree now that there's nothing to see here. Case closed. Good work, everyone.
I don't trust this bitch, I'm taking the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
I'm curious. I want to know what she looks like. Oh, we've definitely seen... You have seen the damsel. Into the basement we go, chat.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw, waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
No.
Her voice skitters up from below.
Skitters?
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Bitch. What? I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've
Bombastic
done.
side-eye.
See? She knows us. Is this enough for you to believe what we've been saying? Maybe, but you shouldn't let that cloud your judgment. She's just a princess. As long as you remember that and remain focused, slaying her will be easy. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is.
Oh well.
I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions?
Yeah. That's
Do
why we
you
ask
want to hear
chat.
what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering.
I don't have
Your
a
task is
monitor
to
on.
slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss.
No, he's not.
Thank you. You descend
Holy
the basement
shit.
steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's not fair. How would she know that?
She's not stupid.
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like she already knows you. I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Dumbass.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Dumbass.
Well, you seem to be great at it.
Yep.
So, you really don't remember us, do you? No, I don't.
Valid.
But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. You fought us on it back in the woods. That was when the only perspectives we had were yours and mine.
Next time, believe me,
I'm
bitch.
just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us?
No.
Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Too bad we're talking.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
I get the sense you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
You scared me. Does she just get more evil if we kill her again? Maybe. We should probably find out. Let's do it. I want to talk to her first, though. I want to get some of this dialogue. You scared me, okay? When you started gnawing your arm off, it scared me. So I stabbed you. Things got out of hand.
Things did get out of hand, didn't they? But it's hard to let bygones be bygones when they led to murder.
True.
And you started it.
Why do I have a nagging feeling you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Makes sense.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back.
She
I
might.
think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but you could very well symbolically do the same thing.
True.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
I'd like to be straightforward with my intentions. I didn't care for how you treated me last time, and I think you might be a danger to the world. I'm going to attack you now.
Do you think that being direct with your ill will frees you from its wickedness?
Yes.
Murder and betrayal are still murder and betrayal, whether you state your intentions or keep them hidden behind your back.
Okay.
See, this is why we never tell people what we're actually thinking. She's just as mad, only now she's ready for us.
Cool, it'll be
Still,
an even fight.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, I mean.
No.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist.
Hey.
She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes.
Why does she have a cat mouth?
She could have gotten out of those the whole time, that sneaky little...
Bitch.
A woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
As you brush the silt from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those doubts spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at... Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
You bastard!
We
Even
are
face to face, you
pancake.
find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous, absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins.
Fight
Don't
dirty.
have to fight so dirty.
Yes, we do.
Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise.
Exactly.
Are we at the bottom of the barrel?
Yes.
We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. If that's not the bottom of the barrel, what is?
Exactly.
No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes.
Good.
But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting.
Exactly.
What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the Book of Honourable Combat. Both you and the Princess have broken a dozen times over.
Good.
That's nice and all, but are we winning?
Yes.
Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing.
Good.
The princess cackles maniacally as the battle continues. But behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of warping wood. Wait,
fuck?
what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time.
In the middle of a fight?
I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening?
Exactly.
Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
Do you hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
We're both dying.
That's
here.
right. They're coming for you. And they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
What about you? They'll crush you just as easily as they crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction.
So she's a cat.
The roots grow ever closer. We know, we can see them.
We're fighting. We're gonna keep fighting, chat.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle, the two of you lifted delicately off the ground. But the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness, and that tightness gives way to bulging
Chapter
pressure
3
as they
question
begin
mark.
to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears
Ouch.
well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. but still she smiles through it all.
Horrifying.
I can't wait to do this again, you wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe, your vision swimming with red, your head pounding as
shit.
everything tightens. And then you pop. Everything
Ugh.
goes dark. And you die.
The wild. Holy shit, chat. What the
We
fuck?
are a path in the
What?
woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge. His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that? That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here? I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
The thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped. He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do? Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets. Someone decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed. And what should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving? Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happened to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah, now that you mention it, this isn't so bad. And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
This thing watching us. What is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you.
Sure you are.
That's not an answer to our question.
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together.
Are you sure about
She's
that?
the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her, especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Fuck the narrator. I've had enough of this guy. How do we stop him?
We push back. It may feel like he's everywhere, but presence isn't strength. Otherwise, he would have torn us apart by now. There must be a crack in the walls of this prison. There must be a way for us to be free from him.
She's trying to use you. After everything she's done, you should be able to see that. I may not have been around to witness it, but clearly you remember what happened. How about you try remembering how it all felt?
What are your thoughts, chat? What do we do? You want to do the explore first because we can look at the other one later? That makes sense. You'd like to dish this for a shopping episode? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, chat. Let's go shopping. Let's go shopping, chat. Alright, let's remember how it felt.
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the doubting and the hatred and the schemes. Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Shit.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
Spoken like, honestly, a real puppet master. Have we considered that maybe she's the one trying to trick us?
I'm not.
But there's a feeling, isn't there? That petty feeling she mentioned, it is fuzzy, but it's there. Almost like she still hates us. It feels mutual.
Please, stop. If you pay attention to that feeling, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
She's trying to turn you away from the truth. There's something she doesn't want you to see. I think you already know you have to look at it. Hold yourself together. We're no strangers to effort. We can push this back down. Something might do us in eventually, but I'll be damned if that something is a thought.
What do you think, chat? Do we gaze at it or do we bury it? Damned if we do, damned if we don't. I want to see what happens. Piss her off more. Let's gaze at it. We're gazing.
Please, don't make us remember how we were.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. Right, she really does hate us, and we hate her. It hurts thinking about us as separate things, but we're separate. We can't hate ourselves. I love me. We never got to see the end of that fight, did we? And we can't both be winners. One of us has to beat the other, right? I don't want to remember what it felt like to be killed. It was so much nicer when it didn't feel like it mattered. And yet you keep remembering. You remember the loathing and animosity you've shared with the princess, the pain and the anger and the betrayal. And you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. And you can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be.
Maybe bygones can't be bygones. I don't know why I ever wanted to share a body with you, of all things. It's like my very soul reeks of yours. That was horrible. This is better. Finally, I'll be able to hurt you like you deserve.
I wish I didn't have to.
Some division, when sown, can never truly be mended. A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole.
Holy shit.
And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be.
Holy
At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose.
Pause.
Strike at her. End this once and for all.
Pause for a second. Listen to the speed of this heartbeat. Do you have fucking tachycardia? What the fuck? This is genuinely like such a fast fucking heartbeat. Tachycardia, gang. Anyways, I just wanted to point out this bitch's heart rate is going way too fucking fast.
Kill me then, if you hate me so much. Just get it over with.
This doesn't feel like a fight. This isn't what I wanted. Where's the victory in this? Well, this should be easy. If you're sure about it. I mean, what's the point of being king of the hill if there's no one around to be better than? We'd just be sitting on a hill.
Do we have to do this?
You have to. You know you have to.
Do we kill her, chat? Do we see how deep the rabbit hole goes? I think if we don't kill her, then we end up, like, saving this version of her and adding that to the storyline. But we can try killing her and see where that takes us. You wanna kill her? Alright, we're killing her, chat. Kill the princess. Slay her.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Looks like it was gonna happen either way. You never see her die. I don't think it goes more than 3 deep.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's
No.
that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Does this mean we won? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
It's like it's mocking us.
Narrator is gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended?
The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going.
We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boys?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Accessible Chew, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We are playing Slay the Princess. It is a choice-based visual novel. Ah. Never mind. Thanks for padding the follower count, if nothing else. Chat, what do you think? Do we attack the entity or do we destroy ourselves? Attack. Just gung-ho, going for it. Just keep attacking this bitch. Let's do it. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Well then. What happens if we try to destroy ourselves? Do you want to try, chat? That gives her a victory. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
I was sent to slay the princess, to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark. And you die. A wounded vessel is the achievement I just got.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Fascinating. We've spoken through all of these before. How do we want to approach this time, chat? Roll a d2. So flip a coin is what I hear. Here, I have an idea. I have a wooden tic-tac-toe set. I'm picking up an X and an O. I'm just going to shake these in my hands. Which is which, chat? Is X go after her to kill her, or is X save her? Save or slay, chat? Which is it? X is slay? Alright. I'm gonna have my wife pick. We got an O, chat. We got an O. So what I did is I held those in my hands and I shook them up. Closed my hands around them so I had one in each hand, where my wife couldn't see them. I held my hands out, she picked a hand. We got O. Alright. So we're gonna try to save her. How do we want to do this? Do we want to act as though we're gonna go kill her and then go not? Do we want to say, thanks for telling me what to do? Silently continue to the cabin. Be a broody bitch. Or do we just want to No, we don't want to leave. What do we think, chat? Okay, sweet, or silence? Silence. We're going the broody bitch mood. Broody bitch. Let's go. Time to brood.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're not killing her, chat. Going in. Bladeless.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Chat, I think, we've been going for about an hour and a half at this point. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a save file here. So, we're going to go hit save. We're going to go to 4. Right in the middle, smack dab in the middle here. Do the middle center at the bottom. This is our save. Alright. We're going to go to the main menu. We just saved, so it's not going to lose any progress. Alright, chat. Thank you to everybody who has come in. Thank you to everybody who has stuck around. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, feel free to join the channel. You can go ahead and give a follow. If you are watching this VOD on YouTube after I've uploaded it later, feel free to give a like, subscribe, whatever you may choose to do. It helps out a lot, and I appreciate being able to see that people are enjoying my content. If you want to support me a little more directly, feel free to hop into the next stream whenever that may be. I might be streaming tomorrow, who knows. Tomorrow being July 8th, 2024, for those of you who might be seeing this in the future. But, yeah. Looks like that's going to be what we have going for our stream today. Thank you for a solid hour and a half. Love y'all, chat. Alrighty. Have a good night, everybody. Plague Dr. Crow, signing off.